Winter has swept into Southeast Europe with a force few could have anticipated, catching both residents and authorities by surprise. Instead of a gentle transition into the colder months, Arctic air, relentless snow, and fierce howling winds have gripped the region overnight, leaving little time for preparation. From the ancient streets of Athens to the rolling hills of Romania, familiar landscapes have been utterly transformed in a matter of hours, blanketed in white and catching millions off guard. Just days ago, people were strolling in light jackets, enjoying the last hints of autumn warmth. Now, temperatures have plunged well below freezing, forcing everyone to bundle up against the sudden chill. This isn't the picturesque, gentle snowfall seen on holiday cards. It's a disruptive, urgent weather event that has brought daily life to a standstill and created real challenges for communities. The polar storm system moved in rapidly, grounding flights, closing schools, and making roads treacherous. It's a stark reminder of nature's power and unpredictability. Power grids are strained, farmers worry about crops and livestock, as the sudden freeze threatens both harvests and animal welfare. Emergency services are on high alert, working around the clock to respond to accidents, stranded travelers, and calls for help. Communities had little time to prepare, and the abruptness of the storm has become the main talking point across the Balkans, dominating conversations and local news. Holiday lights now compete with deep snowdrifts, creating a surreal scene and highlighting the dramatic shift from a mild November to a wintry December. This event underscores the increasing unpredictability of our climate as weather patterns become more extreme and less predictable each year. While winter is expected, its early and intense arrival is a major story for the region, raising questions about how communities can better prepare for such surprises in the future. It's a test of adaptation and resilience for everyone affected, as neighbors come together to clear paths and support one another through the storm. The coming days will challenge infrastructure, public safety, and community spirit, as crews work tirelessly to restore normalcy and keep people safe. As people adjust to this new frozen reality, the focus is on staying safe, keeping warm, and supporting one another through acts of kindness and solidarity. The early winter blast is a powerful reminder. Nature can rewrite our plans in an instant, and our ability to adapt is more important than ever. The term blizzard is often misused, with many people calling any heavy snowfall a blizzard, even when it doesn't meet the true criteria. But meteorologists have a strict scientific definition that separates a blizzard from an ordinary snowstorm. A blizzard requires 3 specific things to be officially classified as such: sustained winds of at least 35 miles per hour, which are strong enough to pick up and blow snow around relentlessly, visibility reduced to less than a quarter mile, making it nearly impossible to see what's ahead or around you. And these harsh conditions must last for at least 3 consecutive hours, not just a brief burst of bad weather. It's the powerful wind that transforms ordinary snowfall into a blinding, dangerous event, creating swirling snow that can disorient even experienced travelers. Whiteout conditions make travel perilous, landmarks vanish, and even familiar places become disorienting, increasing the risk of getting lost or stranded. The prolonged assault wears down infrastructure and people alike, as roads, power lines, and buildings are battered by wind and buried in snow. Snow piles into massive drifts, blocking roads and driveways, while the wind drives temperatures and wind chills dangerously low, increasing the risk of frostbite and hypothermia. Blizzards form when a low-pressure system pulls in cold polar air and moist, warmer air, creating the perfect recipe for heavy snow and powerful winds to develop. The result is a storm that's far more hazardous than a simple snowstorm, with the potential to cause widespread disruption and danger. These intense events can paralyze entire cities, shut down airports, disrupt transportation networks, and threaten lives and livelihoods. Understanding what makes a blizzard helps us prepare and respond more effectively, ensuring safety for ourselves and our communities. In Southeast Europe, the recent storm checked all the boxes, making it a true blizzard by every meteorological standard. The combination of relentless wind, heavy snow, and long duration is what truly sets these storms apart from all others. When these elements align, winter's fury is unleashed, reminding us of the raw power of nature and the importance of respecting severe weather. Greece, known for its sun and ruins, now finds itself under a rare winter siege. Northern and central regions, including Thessaloniki and Ioannina, have seen heavy, early snow, transforming cities and isolating villages. Temperatures have plunged, with some areas nearing -10°C, a shock for a country used to milder winters. Even Athens is feeling the chill, with biting winds and snow on nearby mountains. The polar air mass, combined with moisture from the seas, has created perfect conditions for widespread snow. Ferry services are disrupted, and some islands have seen sleet, an unusual sight. The Greek Civil Protection Agency is working non-stop to keep roads clear and citizens safe. Infrastructure is strained, and the early storm is testing the country's readiness. For many, this is a winter to remember, and a challenge to overcome. The nation is adapting quickly, showing resilience in the face of the unexpected. Romania is used to winter, but this storm's timing and intensity are exceptional. Bucharest and much of the country are buried under snow, with the infamous Krivic winds creating massive drifts. Highways and railways are paralyzed, and emergency shelters have opened as temperatures drop to -15°C in some regions. Power outages and closed schools add to the disruption, especially in rural areas now cut off by snow. Emergency services and the military are working around the clock to clear roads and assist those in need. The relentless cold and wind chill make venturing outside dangerous. Communities are banding together, relying on local resources and each other. This storm is a stark reminder of Romania's vulnerability to winter's extremes. The nation's resilience is being tested as it battles the elements. Daily life in Greece and Romania has been upended by the sudden winter blast. Commutes have become hazardous, with public transport delayed and roads clogged by snow and ice. Airports are struggling to stay open, and ferry cancellations have stranded travelers and cut off islands. Power outages are leaving families in the cold, especially endangering the elderly and those with health issues. Hospitals are bracing for more weather-related injuries and illnesses. Businesses are closing or operating with minimal staff, and supply chains are disrupted, raising concerns about shortages. Farmers face critical losses. Greek olive groves and Romanian livestock are at risk. The storm's economic and social impact is widespread, touching every aspect of life. Even simple errands have become risky endeavors. Communities are rallying to help the most vulnerable. This is more than a weather event. It's a crisis demanding collective action. Local voices reveal the true impact of the storm, sharing stories that go beyond the headlines and statistics. In Athens, shopkeeper Eleni calls the snow beautiful but devastating for business, as foot traffic disappears and deliveries are delayed. She worries for her elderly neighbors, who may be unable to leave their homes or get the supplies they need. In Bucharest, student Mihai describes the wind as cutting right through you. He shares how his family is snowed in, unable to reach work or school, and how neighbors are checking in on each other more than ever. Social media is buzzing with photos of snow-covered landmarks, urgent requests for help, and messages of encouragement as people try to stay connected. Online forums are now lifelines. People share road updates, tips for staying warm, and organize to check on vulnerable neighbors, creating a digital safety net. In rural Greece and Romania, villagers rely on preparation and each other. "We help each other, that's how we get through," says one resident, describing how they share food and firewood. The sense of solidarity is strong, both online and off, as friends and strangers alike come together to face the storm's challenges. Community support is proving essential, especially in isolated areas where volunteers deliver groceries and check on the elderly, ensuring no one is left behind. Despite the hardship, there's a spirit of resilience and mutual aid, with neighbors sharing food, blankets, and encouragement. Residents are adapting, sharing resources, and looking out for one another, turning adversity into an opportunity for connection. The storm has brought both anxiety and unity, as people huddle together for warmth and comfort, finding reassurance in community. In adversity, communities are finding strength together, proving that even in the harshest winter, the warmth of human connection endures. The forecast offers little immediate relief for Southeast Europe. Meteorologists warn that cold temperatures and intermittent snow will persist for at least another 24 to 48 hours. Even as snowfall tapers, the risk of ice and dangerous wind chills remains high. Overnight lows will stay well below freezing, turning slush into ice and making travel treacherous. A slight warming trend may arrive next week, but temperatures will remain below seasonal norms. The deep snowpack will keep the air chilly, prolonging winter's grip. Another weather system could develop soon, so residents must stay vigilant. The region's vulnerability to severe winter storms is clear. Weather experts urge continued caution and preparation. Relief may be slow to arrive. Winter's not done yet. With extreme cold and hazardous conditions, safety is paramount. Officials urge everyone to stay indoors and limit exposure to the elements. If you must go out, dress in layers, cover all exposed skin, and wear insulated waterproof gear. Frostbite can occur in minutes. Protect your extremities and face. At home, ensure heating systems work and use space heaters safely. Block drafts, close off unused rooms, and have a carbon monoxide detector. Prepare for power outages with flashlights, food, water, and charged phones. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Community vigilance can save lives during a deep freeze. Preparation and caution are the best defenses against winter's dangers. This early winter storm is a wake-up call for preparation and resilience. As the crisis eases, recovery and learning take center stage. Individuals need winter emergency plans, stocked supplies, insulated homes, and backup heating. Communities have shown the power of solidarity, from shoveling snow to delivering food. Authorities should build on this momentum, improving networks and communication for future emergencies. The storm exposed weaknesses in infrastructure and response. Now is the time for honest review and smarter planning. Investments in equipment, power grids, and forecasting will pay off. Ultimately, this is more than a weather story. It's about adapting to an unpredictable climate. By preparing, supporting each other, and building resilience, Southeast Europe can face future challenges stronger. Working together, we can weather whatever storms come next.